Hello everyone, Cubics Data Recovery, and we are working today on a Kingston flash drive, 128 gigabytes, USB 3, that got busted. Not quite sure what was going on here on the side, but as you can see, the USB connector got bent off. I don't know, someone either sat on the laptop while this flash was inserted, or maybe it was dropped on the side. And we got DTX on 128 gigabyte. Here's the numbers. So we're gonna get the data out of it. We'll see if the PCB is broken or not. So I'm gonna take the shell off. So I got the top part off. Here's the bottom. It will be coming off just like that. And here's the PCB and the chips. So let's see what the controller is. IS918-FN12. And the chips are 2 chips, 64 gigs each. Alright, let's see what the contact's looking like. Okay, so what we see here, some contacts got torn off, like that one is torn off, these two also torn off. Not quite sure about these, but we can figure it out, not a big deal. Surprisingly, the solder pads are all intact, which is very uncommon, counting that the force that was applied is pretty strong. Like, look at this, this is solid metal part that's busted. Got even ripped on the side here. Check this out. Yeah, there's quite a few contacts got torn off. I mean, they didn't get ripped out of here, but they got torn inside of here. Like you can see. Let's see. That one is off. This one is torn. That one is torn. That one is torn. So pretty much looks like most of them are torn or broken off. So we're gonna have to desolder the connector, check if there is any issues with the contacts on the main controller, check for shortages, because when the contacts rip like that, they may touch each other and create a short, which will kill some of the chips or some of the components. Hopefully that didn't happen, but we will find that out. So let's get the connector soldered off. I'm going to put on pause here because we're going to have to warm it up and get it out, and then we'll continue. So I got it fixed here. We're going to put some flux over here. And then heat it up. You need to be controlling the temperature really well, because you can overheat the chips and then all data will be gone. You don't want that. So we're gonna take this off and then cool it off. I'm gonna put on a pause here. Okay, so we got USB port taken off. I got a donor here with a good connector. I will desolder this one and place it over here. Little pause. So we're gonna take this off. Let's put a little bit of flux in here too. There we go. There we go. Now we're gonna get back to the first one. Need to get it horizontally. There we go. Okay. I think we're good here. Now let's heat it up. It's not aligned yet, but I'm gonna get it aligned in a second. Need to reposition it. And then I'll show you when it's gonna get realigned. I'm gonna put on pause here right now. Alright, let's get it realigned. Come on, the further part doesn't want to get in. And it looks like we're gonna have to do it manually. It's okay. Let's cool it off a little bit. Okay, so a couple things here. Those flaps on the side would not match, the distance would not match, or would not be enough to actually solder this in. So the only solution for this case will be to bend them sideways, and then we're gonna align contacts like this and get them soldered in manually. So you may ask, why am I using a wooden plate underneath? Because the silicon interstatic plate is gonna be overheating and may get damaged. So we're gonna be using the wooden plate under, and this white stuff on the side is actually a paper tape that will allow this flash drive to be fixed in one spot, strong enough for me to solder those in. So we're gonna solder those in. They're sticking a little higher than they should be, but I'm gonna add a little lead here and then we should be alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need to adjust the height. Okay, now we should be alright. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Now we're gonna check for shortages and then try to fire it up. Okay, so what we got here? We got all these contacts in place. I did check the continuity and shortages. There is no shortages, no continuity. All these intact. Since we bent those side contacts off, those are supplemental ground. I jumped the wire from this metal piece from the body to the ground, so it actually has a contact. One is sufficient, we don't need to do the other one. So we're just gonna plug it in and see if we can read it. So moment of truth, let's plug it in and let's see if it will pop up here. There we go. We got it in. So data will be all there. Right there. Drive D. Can't show you the data, but it's, trust me, it's there. That's it. So if you guys have flash drives that are damaged, even if it's damaged beyond just the connector and we need to do the chip off recovery, or if the PCB board is cracked or completely torn apart, we can still do that. Chip readings, we can do that too. So any issues, any type of data recoveries you may need, we are here for you. Cubics Data Recovery, Colorado, Denver, 720-319-7239. Thank you. Tune in.